He vanished for 8 years, then showed up, begging for a second chance. We let her in, and for a while, it felt like family again. But when my son needed life-saving treatment, $120,000 disappeared. We thought he ran. My teenage son tracked her and discovered he wasn't just a thief. He had a double life. The first time Mark embarrassed me, it wasn't even loud. It was a Tuesday, fluorescent lights, my sister's living room packed with relatives and neighbors who donated to Liam's fund, a tray of brownies on the coffee table, a poster board that said Liam's trial, goal, $120,000 in blue marker. Everyone clapped when I walked in with Liam's scarf tucked under his chin. Mark walked in behind us like he belonged there. He didn't hug Liam first. He didn't look at the poster. He went straight to the table where my mother was pouring iced tea and said, too casually, I'll handle the money stuff from now on. Paige gets emotional. The room didn't go silent. Worse, it kept breathing like nothing happened. My aunt laughed, like it was a joke I was supposed to understand. Well, a man's good for something, right? Mark smiled at her, then looked at me like I was a problem he'd solved. I felt Aiden's shoulder brush mine, one step closer. Guard position. I kept my face still. I kept my hands steady. I smoothed Liam's scarf like that was why we came. Thanks, I said, calm. We've managed for 2 years. Mark's smile didn't move, and yet we still needed donations. He said it like the word donations tasted cheap. Then he reached for the binder I'd made. Every receipt, every pledge, every note from the community, and slid it away from me with 2 fingers. Let's not overwhelm people, he said, louder now, so the whole room could hear. Paige likes paperwork. It makes her feel in control. People smiled politely. I watched them accept the version of me he was selling because it was easier than challenging him. Liam shifted in his chair, tired eyes tracking Mark's hand on that binder. Aiden didn't say a word. He just pulled out his phone and set it face down on his thigh, screen dark, like he was bored. But I knew my son. That stillness was not boredom. It was aim. Mark started telling stories. Expensive restaurants. Consulting. Travel. He spoke like he'd been successful the whole time he was gone, like we were the ones who'd been stuck. When someone asked where he lived now, he leaned back and said, depends who's asking. More laughter. Then my cousin Mia, who'd organized half the fundraiser, said, so you're gonna match donations, Mark? Mark's eyes flicked to the poster board. Quick. Cold. He sipped iced tea. I don't think throwing money at problems is smart. I felt every muscle in my neck lock. Liam's cheeks were gray under the scarf. Aiden's fingers tapped once on his phone. I kept my voice level. It's not a problem. It's a treatment. Mark shrugged like the distinction didn't matter. If the trial works. If. Like my son's life was a coin toss and he was here to bet on it. I watched Liam swallow hard, small throat moving like it hurt. I didn't explode. I didn't cry. I nodded once and said, excuse me, and I walked into the kitchen to breathe into a dish towel like a sane person. Behind me I heard Mark say, see, emotional. I heard my mother say, Mark, don't, but no one stopped him. In the kitchen, Aiden followed. He didn't comfort me. He didn't need to. He lifted his phone, flipped it over, and I saw the tiny red dot. Recording. One object, he murmured, like it was a rule. One clean thing. My stomach turned. Aiden,